By the end of JJK0, Yuta and Rika's story concludes with absolution, whereas Gojo and Geto's concludes with punishment. Yuta is absolved of guilt in terms of Rika's curse, her assuring him that she was happy with the time that she spent, and he's also absolved of his side of the deal in terms of getting Rika's power. On the other hand, Gojo and Geto's story ends with mutual imposition of punishment, the first and most obvious being the carrying out of Geto's execution order. But the more poignant aspect of punishment in this scene is the punishment imposed on Gojo by Geto, a stark reminder of how heavy is the head that wears the crown. After 10 years of shirking off the responsibility of that execution order, Geto has forced Gojo's hand here in JJK0. It is Geto saying, "You want to be a pillar of Jujutsu society? You want to be the strongest alone? Okay, here is what that entails." And when offered last words, he chooses simply to use them to affirm this ideology, and his last words send a very particular message. I don't have any ill will towards people at Jujutsu Tech, but I will still injure them and use violence against them for the sake of my goal. What Geto says in that alleyway is that if you let me live, I will try again. He leaves Gojo with absolutely no choice but to kill him for the safety of his students, because sure, this time he didn't kill them, but next time, Geto ultimately would rather condemn them both than reach for absolution and be denied it. Because theoretically he could try and say, I regret my actions, these past 10 years, everything I've done was wrong, and I want to be by your side. But if he does that, and then Gojo executes him anyways, it's not worth the risk. He would rather die not knowing, because that means he dies with complete control over his ending. And it's just a plus that he doesn't have to truly reckon with the path he chose.